I'm super excited to share this recipe with you. We'll need some Werther's hard candy, some macadamia nuts, halved peanuts, some chocolate, which is a trick to this recipe, brown food color, and as an optional ingredient, a little bit of edible sparkle. And of course some parchment paper. This is going to make cleanup a lot easier. Unwrap a Werther's candy, put it on a parchment paper, and throw it in the microwave for about 1 minute to 2 minutes at 50% power. When it's just melted, that's when you want to pull it out. Don't start working on it just yet. The candy is going to be super hot and you'll end up burning your fingers. Use the parchment paper to your advantage. Start pressing on it to start cooling down the candy. It'll give you a good sense of when the candy is ready to start working with. Now we gotta work really fast. We're gonna start pulling the candy. Determine the thickness of the leg you want to create and pull it out from the delicious goo in a cylindrical fashion. And keep rolling it between your thumbs to give it shape. Then just pull it off so it gives a nice sharp end. If you keep it in the oven for too long, the candy begins to bubble. That's how you know you've gone a little bit too far. But not to worry, you can still work with it. You just have to wait a bit longer to let the candy cool down. There you have it, you've created your leg. Now let's grab a halved peanut for the front part of the body. Choose a long one. This is really going to make it easier for you. Christine McConnell's recipe suggests melting the end of the caramel leg and using that melted caramel to stick it on to the peanut. This didn't work for me at all. The leg would just not stick. So I continued melting the legs over the candle and pressing it onto the nut. This created a nice groove to help me stick on the legs later on. Now we'll just dip that groove into some slightly melted chocolate and use the chocolate as glue. Once I had 2 legs on each side, I used a little bit of the chocolate to stick the macadamia nut onto the peanut. You want to do this very carefully. Then I took my 2 remaining legs and stuck them on, using chocolate of course. Now, I know a spider is supposed to have 8 legs, but I felt that 8 legs was making it look really crowded, so I just kind of stuck with 6. I just felt that it looked much better. You can do as you please. Now to color the spider up, I added a little bit of chocolate to give it some nice shape, and then I lightly brushed on some brown food color to give it a nice look. I also used a little bit of edible glitter to give my spider a little bit of sparkle. I thought it looked pretty nice.